What if the very containers you use to store your food are slowly poisoning your body without you even realizing it? What if that leftover cheese, tomato sauce, or boiled egg sitting in your fridge right now is carrying not just nutrients, but also invisible toxins that may be hurting your memory, hormones, and heart health? If you're over 60 or care about someone who is, this video is especially for you. Today, we're diving deep into 6 everyday foods you should never store in plastic containers. Some of these may really surprise you. And make sure to stick around till the very end because the number one food on this list is one that nearly everyone stores in plastic. And it's the most dangerous of them all. Let's begin with cheese. It's such a common food, often wrapped in plastic at the store and kept that way at home. But cheese, especially the kind that's high in fat, acts like a sponge for fat-soluble chemicals. These chemicals, such as phthalates used to make plastic soft and flexible, can leach into the cheese over time. Phthalates are known hormone disruptors. They can mimic or block natural hormones, leading to problems like fatigue, weight gain, thyroid issues, and even decreased bone strength. For seniors whose hormonal balance is already delicate, this can make things worse. And if you microwave plastic-wrapped cheese or a sandwich with plastic-wrapped slices, you're heating up not just your food, but also a chemical cocktail. The better option? Unwrap the cheese as soon as you get home and rewrap it in parchment paper or store it in a glass container. It's a small habit that could mean a big improvement in your long-term health. Next up, tomato-based sauces. They're acidic, which gives them their rich flavor and health benefits, but acid is also reactive, especially with plastic. When tomato sauce sits in a plastic container, it starts to break down the container and pull out harmful compounds like BPA or bisphenol A. BPA is another endocrine disruptor. It's been linked to blood pressure spikes, memory issues, and even insulin resistance. And even if your container says BPA-free, it may still contain similar chemicals like BPS or BPF, which can be just as harmful. Storing tomato sauce in plastic, even for a short time, is risky, especially for older adults whose bodies may not clear these chemicals as quickly. The safer alternative is glass jars or stainless steel containers. They don't interact with acidic foods and won't leach toxins.
Now let's talk about berries. They're packed with antioxidants and are fantastic for brain and heart health. But how you store them matters a lot. Those flimsy clear plastic clamshells that berries come in, they're made from a type of plastic called PET. It wasn't designed for long-term storage, especially of moist foods. Berries naturally release gases and moisture as they ripen, and in a sealed plastic container, this creates the perfect condition for chemical leaching. Over time, compounds like antimony, a metal used in PET plastics, can end up in your berries. That's alarming because antimony has been linked to hormone disruption and even damage to the liver and lungs. Plus, plastic containers trap moisture, which speeds up mold growth. Seniors, especially those with weakened immune systems, are more vulnerable to the effects of ingesting spoiled or mold-contaminated fruit. So, what can you do? As soon as you bring berries home, transfer them to a breathable container, a ceramic bowl lined with paper towels, or a ventilated glass jar. This helps prevent mold, keeps the berries fresh, and avoids chemical exposure. Fourth on our list, boiled eggs. They seem so simple and healthy, but they're more delicate than you think. Once boiled, eggs have a soft, porous surface. If you place them in plastic containers while still warm, or even at room temperature, the heat and moisture can cause the plastic to release toxins like BPA, phthalates, and styrene. These chemicals can stick to the egg's surface and enter your body when you eat them. A recent study found that even after 24 hours in the fridge, boiled eggs stored in plastic showed higher levels of surface contamination. And if you season those eggs with vinegar or salt before storing them, the risk increases even more. The safer way to store boiled eggs: use glass containers and let the eggs cool slightly before storing. You can also line the container with a paper towel to absorb moisture. It may seem like a small thing, but for older adults, these choices can add up to a big difference in health. Number 5. Pickled foods. Think pickles, kimchi, and olives. These are great for digestion and loaded with good bacteria, but the vinegar and salt in these foods are acidic and can break down plastics over time. When stored in plastic, especially for days or weeks. The brine in these foods can pull out chemicals from the container. This can turn a healthy food into a harmful one. Pickled foods often come in plastic jars or tubs, but that doesn't mean you have to keep them that way. Transfer them into glass jars with BPA-free lids or ceramic containers. These materials are stable and safe, even for long-term acidic storage, and this switch helps protect not only your gut but also your hormones, your brain, and your energy levels. And now, number 1. The food you should absolutely never store in plastic: cooked meat. This includes leftovers like roast chicken, beef, pork, lamb, or anything with skin or fat. Cooked meat is hot, fatty, and often seasoned, a perfect storm for plastic breakdown. When you put cooked meat into a plastic container, especially while it's still warm, the fat and heat work together to release toxic compounds like phthalates and other hormone-disrupting chemicals. These chemicals can soak into the meat fibers, especially when left to sit in the fridge for hours or days, and if you microwave that same container, you're adding even more heat and accelerating the chemical transfer. This is a major issue for seniors who are trying to eat high-protein diets to maintain muscle and strength. You think you're doing something healthy, but the storage method might be quietly harming your kidneys, your hormones, and your memory. So, what's the solution? Always let cooked meat cool down slightly, then store it in a glass, stainless steel, or ceramic container. These materials won't interact with fat, heat, or salt, and they'll help keep your food clean and safe. If you've made it this far, you now know the 6 foods you should never store in plastic: cheese, tomato sauce, berries, boiled eggs, pickled foods, and cooked meat. And now you know why. It's not just about what you eat. It's about how you store it. For seniors, whose bodies process toxins more slowly, even small daily exposures to harmful plastics can build up over time. That can lead to serious health issues, from hormone imbalance to memory problems, and even heart and kidney risks. But the good news is, this is a fixable problem. By making a few small changes today, like switching to glass, ceramic, or stainless steel containers, you can protect yourself and your loved ones from these hidden dangers. So here's your call to action. Take a look in your fridge right now. Are you storing any of these foods in plastic? If so, consider transferring them to safer containers. And if this video helped you learn something new, give it a thumbs up, share it with someone you care about, and don't forget to subscribe for more health tips. Let's age wisely, with clarity and strength, one safe meal at a time, and we want to hear from you. Have you been storing any of these foods in plastic without realizing the risk? Or do you have a tip or trick for safe food storage that others should know? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's learn from each other and stay healthy together. Thank you for watching.